You open this door with the key of imagination and step into a world where the only limitation is what you believe as we sit around the fire.
It's been said the whole world is a stage and everybody plays a part. But the question remains, who's writing the script? Welcome to Around the Fire. Today we're going to explore that question through eyes that have cried red, white, and blue tears.
Come on, Carla. Don't let those delusional pacifists get to you. They're nothing but a bunch of cowardly dissidents who would sacrifice this country's welfare and security for some delusional, romantic notion of world peace. Oh, they just work my last nerve, protesting from their safe little nest, harassing those who make the sacrifice to protect them. It just doesn't make sense.
It is the year 2015, and there's a worldwide conflict looming over the horizon. The country's military is in a perilous state due to the unceasing casualties from the ongoing wars and the growing ranks of conscientious objectors. In a totalitarian move, a new draft law was passed, and the Bureau of Military Resources was created, supported by a consortium between the Census Bureau, the Department of Immigration, and the Bureau of Vital Statistics, to centralize recruitment operations for all military branches. Sergeant Carla, an enforcement officer for the Bureau, has been sent to the small southern town of Mount Olive to resolve a non-compliance issue. What happens there will challenge her convictions and raise the question, who's writing the script?
Lord have mercy. Where's that Floyd at? It's been gone for over 3 hours now. This fan ain't getting it. Andrew.
Yes, Alice.
Have you heard anything?
No, not yet, Alice. You know he had to go over to Conover to
But it's
get
been
parts
taking
for
too long.
Well, maybe he got caught in traffic
Probably
or something.
at Mabel's house of ill repute. That's
Now,
probably where he's at, that old dog.
Alice, you know gossip is not good for the soul, now.
Well, neither is this heat. And my sweet and wonderful is just about getting real sour now.
Now, just hold on, Alice. You don't want Sheila to come home and see her old sourpuss, so please maintain your sweet and wonderful.
Yes, Sheila. Coming home. Thank you, Lord. Oh, somebody coming, Andrew. Good afternoon. Can I help you?
Sergeant Mays from the Bureau of Military Resources. I have a 2 o'clock appointment with Mayor Brooks.
Oh, yes, please, have a seat. I'll tell him you're here. Mayor Brooks, Sergeant Mays from the Bureau of Military Resources is here to see you.
Please tell her I'll be with her in a moment. Thank you, Alice.
Okay, he'll be with you.
I heard him.
Well, would you like something cold to drink to cool you down?
No, I'm fine. Is the mayor ready yet?
Well, let me see.
Alice, you can send you can send Sergeant Mays in now. Thank you.
Right. Right down the hall, the first door to your right. Lord, Alice, maintain your sweet and wonderful.
Mayor Brooks?
Welcome to my olive, Sergeant Mays.
Yes.
Yes. Excuse me, I was just trying to
Get
finish
down
up
to
some
business here. Mayor Brooks, our records indicate that most of the eligible candidates here have yet to register for the draft.
Yes.
Well, I'm sure that you are aware that the new draft law requires that all eligible candidates be registered by September 1st. It is now August 29th.
Yes, I am aware of that.
Well, is there a plausible reason for this?
Well, they have some grievances.
Grievance?
Yes.
Really, Mayor? A grievance?
Yes, they do have some grievances with this list.
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt y'all, but I just finished making a pitcher of iced tea, and I thought you might want something cool to drink.
Yes, Alice, thank you so much. That would be wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sergeant Mays, would you like a glass of iced tea? It's my favorite
I'll
recipe.
have a glass of water. Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
Alice,
Yeah.
do we have any of those sweet biscuits left?
You've already had your portion of sugar for today.
Oh, come on, Alice. Just one more wouldn't hurt now?
No. I promised Helen I'll help keep you on your diet.
What? You don't have to tell her. Just
No, I wouldn't have to tell her. Your blood sugar will.
come on, Alice. Just one more.
No. Now I'll go get the drinks.
Oh, Alice.
Yes.
Don't you have some hats on layaway, for the church? Does Roy know anything about those?
Andrew Brooks. I know you ain't trying to blackmail me.
Come on now, Alice. No, come on. Just give me one more sweet biscuit, please.
All right.
Thank you.
Hard-headed men.
Thank
Y'all don't
you.
want to listen to what's good for you. Just a slither.
Yes, ma'am.
Slither.
Can I have some butter? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just playing. Oh, I loved her. I love her so much. I really don't know what I would do without her. She's been here for years. Thank
How
God.
nice, Mayor. Now, you were saying about the...
Oh, yes. Well, the individuals on this list don't want to comply on the grounds that, that they're citizens of the country and not the property of it.
Well, of all the excuses I've ever heard, that is the most absurd. Are they aware of the consequences?
Well, they are aware of the risk.
So they'd rather do time than serve their country?
They are aware of the risk.
What a shame. And where do you stand on this development, Mayor?
Well, I empathize with them.
You empathize with them?
Yes.
How? How can you empathize with them when they're breaking the law?
Well, hold on now. I didn't at first. I really didn't. I tried to convince them that they were taking a very awkward position for some romantic cause and that it wasn't a politically sound move. But they were convinced that they were doing the right thing for their future. And after I thought about it long and hard, it started to make sense that they were citizens of the country and not the property of it.
Well, anyway, they have 2 days to comply before action is going to be taken against them. So I suggest,
Look,
Mayor,
now,
that you wake them up from their delusions before it's too late.
I'm so sorry.
Mayor Brooks, this is no laughing matter. Mayor Brooks.
I'm sorry. I just find it so ironic how you express the exact same sentiment that they did. That the world needs to wake up from its delusions before it's too late.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's the
Really,
truth.
Mayor? Look, sign the document and I'll be on my way.
Summertime and the living ain't easy. Fish are jumping and the water is hot. Hot. Oh, I see I got back at the right time. Here you go, darling. Your cold water. And here's your iced tea with lemon,
so
no
much.
sugar.
Thank you. Where's my sweet
And
biscuit
your
now?
slither
Sweet biscuit.
sweet biscuit. Sergeant Mays, would you like a slither?
No.
Now you see, Andrew? You see? She lapped me. That's why we look so good. Child, I'll be 66 in November. And the young men still wink at my figure.
How nice. Mayor, please, just sign this document.
Don't do that.
Mayor Brooks.
Andrew, I keep telling you. Hello, Alice speaking, Mayor Brooks' office. May I help you? Oh, hi, Helen. I thought you were floored, honey. We still waiting for him. This air condition. Yes, he's right here. He's right here. Helen.
Hey, Helen, how you doing, sweetheart? She'll make it in yet? What? What you mean she? What? Oh.
Hello, Helen? Helen, are you there? Andrew, what happened? Andrew, what happened?
It's Sheila.
Oh, God.
Baby girl.
I'm so sorry. Is there anything I could do for you?
I gotta. I
You,
gotta.
you want me to drive you home?
No, I'm gonna get Joe. I'm gonna get Joe to give me a ride home. I gotta go.
Oh. Oh, God, no.
I believe we understand each other.
Anything, baby. Anything.
That was my baby.
Here.
Thank you.
I presume Sheila is somehow related to the mayor?
She was his daughter. Sergeant Mays, how many more have to die?
I don't understand your question.
She was supposed to be coming home.
I don't understand.
She was on leave, Sergeant. On leave.
She was a soldier? She was a soldier?
Yes, yes.
But she was his daughter. He could have gotten her deferred.
What about the people on this list? I know every one of these children. Grew up here. Some of them got children on their own. Can he get them deferred?
That is a different matter. The people on this list, that is a different matter.
No, Sergeant. All human life is valuable.
I can see you're upset, so I better go.
He respected her. Sheila got the letter, the draft.
Drafted?
You know, these people, they represent real change. Belief shift. They believe in change. They don't believe in this old system no more.
Well, right now, there's a real threat out there that could jeopardize all of their futures without the resources that we need for our defenses.
I see your point, Sergeant. But,
I know that it's a sacrifice,
yes.
but
And I believe you made some sacrifice. That's why you're here today.
well, yes. With my son.
Oh, you don't have to make any defend yourself, Sergeant.
I'm not trying to defend myself, Ms. Alice. But yes.
You know, and I know you know, that what I'm telling you is the truth. It's okay. You can be human.
Yeah. I better go.
Wait. Haven't you forgotten something?
Yes. Give Mayor Brooks my condolences.
I will.
Goodbye, Miss Alice.
Goodbye, Sergeant Mays.
Welcome to Around the Fire. Today we explored the battle between patriotism and humanity. As I said in the beginning, the question is, who's writing the script? In the play that you witnessed, Red, White, and Blue Tears, it seems there was a conflict between two mindsets, one of the military and one of the human. And in that, you can see that sometimes we just automatically go with things that we're conditioned to. versus what we inherently feel. And in going through that type of experience, it can leave one in an inner conflict, as exemplified by the character played by Rahima Santi, Sergeant Mays. So I would like to first introduce you to the cast. And to my immediate right, we have Miss Rahima Santi, who played Sergeant Mays. Then we have Mr. Vincent Cheatham, who played Mayor Brooks, and Miss Audrey Taylor, who played Alice. Now, I'm going to take you behind the scenes a bit. During rehearsals, we used to go through our scenes and then have discussions about just life in general, society, how we can be conditioned to respond to certain things without really thinking. And I believe this play got that point across to a point. So Audrey brought something very interesting up, which kind of ties in with what we experienced today. How literacy and military at this point is conflicting in a way, because it seems like the candidates for the military are not meeting a certain literacy requirement in order to be effective in their positions. And I'm going to ask Audrey to give us some background, since she brought this to the table, about that subject. Audrey?
Well, according to one of the generals that was on CNN, and they were talking about how the military is so high-tech now. Mm-hmm. And as the military grew and became high-tech, the enlisted officers or the enlisted men and women are not coming up to par to be able to use this high-tech equipment. Mm-hmm. So it becomes a dilemma. Mm-hmm. You have foot soldiers, and you don't have enough people with the ability to use the high-tech equipment. Mm-hmm. And so it's a problem in the military.
Okay, so I guess that points to the fact that technology is advancing beyond the point of what the resources can handle at this point?
Yeah, rapidly. I mean, we can look at our cell phones, but by the time I learn to use the one I have, a new one is out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
But I honestly believe that speaks to a piece that's a little broader than that, and a little deeper. If we really look at where society is going and the way the powers that be have dictated the way that society in the direction of society is going in, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, this is really not going to sustain itself. Getting to my point, if we look at the educational system as it stands right now, and you could pick a state, any state, there is a great divide between those that are getting educated and those that are not. Mm. Those that are not getting the education that they need in terms of the exposure to higher technologies, the introduction into mathematics and the sciences, it comes down to those kids in the inner cities or those kids in the rural areas, where those folks really don't matter that much. Mm. Now, these are the same people that more than likely are the ones that are going into the military. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So the reason being is that, yes, they do want to get ahead and they do want to get the higher learning going on to college, but because of financial situations, they opt to go into the military. Yes. To expand their horizons. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So it's sort of like a catch-22. You don't want to educate these folks anyway. You don't want to invest back into the country or their communities, but you want them to go on the front lines for you. But now you're suffering because you didn't educate them from Jump Street. And I'm looking at the situation, this is not sustainable. So I throw the question out there, where is this going? Anybody could drop on that one.
I don't see it really going anywhere far, because our kids are barely getting out of school. So there aren't going to be really any resources. Mm. And even if you want to go military instead of going to college, they're still not prepared.
Right.
I agree.
They're still not prepared.
I think one of the things Jesse Jackson said years ago, as long as you keep your foot on my neck, you can't move that far yourself. So that's what the country has done. You're trying to hold a segment back. is holding you back as a country.
Yes.
What
And
are
that
the
just goes to show
consequences?
that everything is connected.
It's all
And
connected.
to support an illusion of disconnect and separateness and otherness, which is established with that type of dynamic, it can cut off your nose to spite your face.
Exactly.
But it's interesting that you mention that. I'm listening to everyone, but those that have the foot on the necks of those that are on the ground, they don't really care so much as their nose being off their face. I mean, I can't say that because I'm not stepping on anybody's neck, but just looking at it from my perspective or from the outside looking in, that's the way it appears. Because continuously over, wow, decades, just after the civil rights movement, if you look at the way things have been structured in terms of this whole prison industrial complex thing going on, where now they're privatizing prisons, so on and so forth. It's really, really crazy. That along with the suppression or the extraction of education to the inner city youth, but then these same kids, you want to funnel them into prison,
Into
but
the
then,
prison.
right, into the prison system, which is money, and then you funnel them to fight your wars.
Well,
So-
that's the key point right there. As long as the rich stay rich, it really doesn't matter what happens
That's
to the
true.
rest of the world,
Yes.
even with global warming. As long as they have their money, they're not thinking about global warming, they're not thinking about fracking and earthquakes, they're not thinking about any of that. As long as they have their money, because then they can get in a spaceship.
That's a whole nother
Well, that's
conversation.
a whole other conversation, honey. Because they have to breathe like we breathe. They need oxygen too.
Okay.
But, so if that's their thought that they can keep us down and then they're gonna create their own little world somewhere else,
yeah.
that's an illusion.
Genocide.
Well, it is an
That's
illusion because, and
Hollywood.
again, it points to that disconnect, and they don't realize that we are all,
Exactly.
even in the universe, everything is connected.
Exactly.
And there is this cause and effect. So I would love to continue this, but we're running out of time.
That's
And you
always
know
the
we can
case.
get deep on this.
Yes. Oh,
we
yeah.
can take up days.
Because
But I want to thank our viewing audience for joining us to Around the Fire. And I look forward to bringing you more stories that will stimulate your critical thought and get you to think about who or what is writing your script. Until next we meet Around the Fire, live empowered.